Today, we're going to talk about one of the most practical and empowering skills you can have when it comes to clothing care, sewing repairs. Knowing how to mend your clothes not only saves money, but also helps extend the life of garments you already love. A small tear, a loose seam, or worn fabric doesn't mean an item is ruined. With a bit of patience and the right technique, most damage can be repaired neatly and securely. Sewing repair starts with understanding the problem. Tears often happen at stress points like seams, elbows, knees, or underarms, where fabric experiences repeated movement. Over time, stitches weaken or fabric fibers thin out. When you notice a small split or fraying, it's important to repair it early. Fixing damage while it's still minor prevents it from spreading and makes the repair much cleaner. Before you begin any repair, prepare your tools. You only need a few basics: a needle suitable for the fabric, strong thread that matches the garment, scissors, and possibly pins. Choosing the right thread matters more than many people think. Thread that's too weak can break easily, while thread that's too thick can distort the fabric. Matching the color helps the repair blend in, especially on visible areas. Let's talk about repairing a split seam first, as this is one of the most common issues. Turn the garment inside out so you can clearly see the original stitching line. If there are loose threads, trim them carefully without cutting the fabric. Align the fabric edges so they sit naturally, just as they did before the seam split. This step is important because forcing the fabric into place can cause puckering later. Using a simple running stitch or backstitch, sew along the original seam line. Keep your stitches small and even. The backstitch is especially strong because it overlaps slightly, making it ideal for areas under tension. As you sew, avoid pulling the thread too tightly. The goal is to secure the seam while allowing the fabric to move comfortably when worn. For holes or tears in the middle of fabric, the approach is slightly different. Start by gently bringing the torn edges together. If the fabric is frayed, you may need to trim loose fibers carefully. Use small, close stitches to pull the edges together gradually. This technique, often called darning or invisible mending, works best when done slowly and evenly. When finished properly, the repair can be barely noticeable from the outside. Reinforcement is a key part of good sewing repair. After closing a tear or seam, add a few extra stitches at the beginning and end of the repair to lock the thread in place. In high-stress areas, sewing a second line of stitching can add extra strength. This step ensures the repair lasts through washing and regular wear. One of the most overlooked aspects of sewing repair is fabric care after mending. Always check your repair before washing the garment. Gently tug the area to make sure the stitches hold. When washing, turning the garment inside out and using a gentle cycle helps protect both the fabric and your repair work. Sewing repair is not about perfection. It's about functionality and care. Over time, your stitches will become more even, your repairs more discreet, and your confidence will grow. Each repair is a small act of sustainability, reducing waste and honoring the effort that went into making the garment in the first place. In the end, learning to mend your clothes changes the way you see them. Instead of disposable items, they become things you maintain and improve. With just a needle, thread, and a few simple techniques, you can keep your wardrobe wearable, comfortable, and uniquely yours.